Hi there. I just want to welcome you to another tutorial about Python. And again, we're going to be using the W3schools.com website, a Python tutorial. So head on over to this website and then click on string methods. It's under strings here, and then string methods. Okay, in the previous video we went over escape characters under the string Python strings. So this is a string methods. So we're just going to be going over a lot of different methods, built-in methods that you can access from the string class. So let's just take a look here. So it says here, Python has a set of built-in methods that you can use on strings. Note, all string methods returns new values. They do not change the original string. Okay, so let's give it a try. So the first one is capitalize. You don't need to do all of these. Some of these are pretty obvious, but I mean, capitalize converts the first character to uppercase. So let's just quickly give it a try. And as you can see, it's giving you a string, and then you just reference it using the dot notation. So let's quickly run that. So you see here, it's lowercase, it's in lowercase, and then it capitalizes the first letter to uppercase. I'll let you give that a try, and I'll just move on to the next one. So let's see, the next one is casefold, converts a string into lowercase. Okay, so that's the same as, very similar to lower, right? We learned that one in the other exercise. So let's give that one a try. So you have a string here, and it's converting the first letter into a lowercase h, as well as the other uppercase letters. So you can also use the function lower. Let's run that. And it does the same thing, okay? If you change this to upper, it would convert everything to uppercase, see? And then, yeah, so that's that. So give this one a try, and let's move on to the next one. So the next one is center. Returns a centered string. Okay, we will skip that one because most of the time you're probably going to do this using CSS or some other front-end code. So let's just quickly take a look here. Give it a try. Okay, you see here it's centered, right? And this, what does this do here? This 20. It says here, print the word banana taking up a space of 20 characters with banana in the middle. Okay, interesting. So it takes two parameters, the length and the character. Character is optional. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Encode. Returns an encoded, count, sorry, we missed one. Returns the number of times the specified value occurs in a string. Okay, so this one you might use. So let's see here. Let's give it a try. Okay, I want you to try this one. So just type what it says here, or run it first. And then it gives you 2. So it's saying here there's 2 apple strings in this string. Okay, so we could change this to something else. So for example, I don't know, bananas and bananas. Now if we run it, we're not going to get a result, right? Because there's no more apple word in here. So it's going to show 0. So I want you to write this out yourself. Okay, so I'm going to comment this out. And then write this. Okay, so x is equal to txt.count. So you want to count the number of what? The number of bananas, right? Bananas in the txt variable or the string here. Okay, and then we're going to print it out. So it's telling us that there are 2 yummy bananas inside of this string. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one. Close this. So we did count. Encode. What does encode do? Returns an encoded version of the string. Let's take a look. So encoding equals encoding, and then errors equals errors. Encoding, a string specifying the encoding use. So you can choose the default. The default, sorry, is UTF-8, and you can give it an optional, another parameter called errors, which is a string specifying the error method. Okay, so yeah, you can specify the error method that you want it to use. So ignores, so in this case, for example, ignores characters that cannot be encoded. That's just one example. Okay, I'll let you, if you need to look at that, you can. We're just here to give it a try. Okay, so we're familiar with it. We don't need to know it in that much detail. Just be familiar with it. Okay, so let's run this. So the code is basically creating a string and then assigning it to this txt variable and then encoding it. So my name is this. Usually when you see this B, it means it's bytecode. So let's give it a try. Let's, okay, just give it a try. So txt equals my name is Jason. I'm not going to write stale because there's a special character that my keyboard doesn't have. Then we're going to write x is equal to txt dot encode print x. Let's run it. Okay, so it's giving us a byte. I think this means bytecode when you have a b, a small b in front of this string. Let's go back here. So encoding, specifying the encoding to use, default is UTF-8. Does it have examples? Okay, yeah, you can use ASCII, or, and you can put in all these different types of error string. The error specification. Okay, so yeah, I'll let you play around with that. Just be aware of this function, and yeah, you can encode a string. Let's try the next one. Ends with, returns true if the string ends with a specified value. Okay, so give it a try. So here, again, txt equals hello welcome to my world. So you're creating a variable and you're assigning it a string. And then you're checking to see if the string ends with the period. And if so, it returns true. So press run. And then comment this out and then type it out. I know this is a little tedious, but you're probably only rarely going to use any of these functions, but at least by doing this, you get to touch the function, you know, at least you get to try it, right? And then you're probably never going to use it again, but you'll recognize it if you ever see it in some code. And you can always look this up in case you want to look, you know, in case you need to use a string function, you can always go to this page and then look for different string functions. So ends with. So let's print x. So it says true, it does end with the period. If we remove the period, right, it doesn't end with the period, so we should get false. Okay, false. Okay, great. So let's try the next one. The next one is expand tabs. Sets the tab size of the string. Let's just take a look. We're probably not going to do this one, but just take a look at it. So, okay, we have this escape. We have this, this means, this escape character T means tab. So it's basically setting the size of the tab escape character. Okay, so the 2 probably means that it should be set to size 2, the tab size, 2 spaces. So it says set the tab size to 2 white spaces. Okay. Okay, let's just quickly try it. Yeah, so see, there's one, I think this is 2 spaces here. What if we put 1 space? Oh, let's put 0 spaces. Okay, so 0 space. What if we put 1 space? Yeah, looks like 1 space and then 2 spaces. It looks a little bigger. If you really wanted to see, you know, the difference in the between the 2, you could just go like this. Put a Y here. And then just say this is 1 and this is 2. And then print Y. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. The tab, if you put 1 or 2, it gives you the same thing. Okay, which is weird, but that's how this is behaving. What if I would give it 3? So 4. I'm going to specify 4 white spaces. Okay, it's bigger. Okay, interesting. So yeah, so now you're familiar with this function. So expand tabs. Let's try the next one. So we tried expand tabs. Find. Searches the string for a specified value and returns the position of where it was found. I'm sure you're gonna end up using this one. So we'll try this one ourselves. Okay, so you have a string that says hello, welcome to my world, and then you're gonna look for the string welcome inside of this string, and it's saying that it's at the 7th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting from the left, the string welcome is found at the 7th position. Actually, you got to start by 0, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Here. starts here. Makes sense. Let's try, okay, so just type this out just to get the hang of it. We know how it works, but just to, you know, feel the code in your fingers, you got to type it out. So txt equals hello, welcome. I wrote hello world. Hello, welcome to my world. Okay, and then I'm gonna type x equals txt dot find. We want to find the welcome string. Okay, and we're gonna run this. So you need to print it, right, for it to output the result. So what are we gonna get? 7. Okay. So it found this string welcome at the 7th position from the left of the txt of this string here. Okay. You could type in world, and it would give you this position here. 21. Okay. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next one. So, how many have we done so far? We've done a lot. 1, 2, 3, whatever. We've done many of them. So we were at find. Let's go to this one. Format specified values in a string. Format. Okay. So insert the price inside the placeholder. The price should be in fixed point 2 decimal format. So using this placeholder, we want to insert the price. Okay, let's give it a try. So txt for only, so we need to specify price 49. So for only $49, okay, let's give it a try. So press run. Comment this out. txt equals for only price 2f. I guess that means decimal 2 floating point value. Okay. Dollars. You're gonna print txt.format. So you're gonna specify the format. Right, of the placeholder, inside the placeholder. So price equals 40. Let's just say 40. Run. Okay, cool. So in this exercise, you're learning about this placeholder format or syntax, and then you're also learning about this format function. So you can set a placeholder inside of a string and then pass it. You can specify the value of the value inside of the placeholder. Okay. And then if you wanted to put 3 decimals, you could put 3f.3f. Let's run that. Okay, cool. So that is the dot format function. It's probably difficult to like memorize this, but like once you get the hang of it, if you start using this, you'll remember how to do this. Okay, let's go on to the next one. And if you need to look it up, you can just, you know, just take a look at the how to use it, right? In the documentation here. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Format map. Format specified values in a string. Index searches the string for a specified value and returns the position of where it was found. Is a num. I'm not going to do all these. I'll just read what they say because there's quite a lot of them here. We're going to be here for hours if we do all these. So I just want to make you familiar with them. So let's see here. Where were we? We were at format map. Format specified values in a string. They don't even show you how to do it. So, okay, this one. Index searches the string for a specified value and returns the position of where it was found. Let's take a look. So it returns 7, right? Because this welcome string is located at the 7th position from the left of the string. Let's go back. Is a num returns true if all characters in the string are alphanumeric. Okay. Is alpha returns true if all characters in the string are in the alphabet. Is decimal returns true if all characters in the string are decimals. Did you just see this one? Is decimal. So okay, so this character, this special character, Unicode for 3, should be considered to be a decimal. Okay, I'll just skip on to the next one. Is digit returns true if all characters in the string are digits. Is identifier returns true if the string is an identifier. Is lower returns true if all characters in the string are lowercase. Is numeric returns true if all characters in the string are numeric. Is printable returns true if all characters in the string are printable. Is space returns true if all characters in the string are white spaces. Is title returns true if the string follows the rules of a title. What would that be? A title. Okay. Check if each word starts with an uppercase letter. Oh, okay. Is upper returns true if all characters in the string are uppercase. Join joins the elements of an iterable string to the end of the string. Okay, this one you might actually use, so let's try this one. So you have a tuple, right, with these 3 names, and then you're going to join the strings together. So let's try this one. I'll just run it. So you're joining them using this character, okay, to join them. So let's write it out. So my tuple equals John. I want you to do the same thing. I know it's tedious, but this is how you kind of remember how to do this, right? After you're done this series, you can work on a project, and then you'll get the hang of using everything. The point of doing this, even though it's, like I said, it is tedious, is to, you know, just to get your hands wet, and then or get your feet wet, sorry, and then that will, you know, kind of give you an introduction, and you'll be able to then work on projects on your own after this. Because if you just throw yourself into working on a project, you're not going to be able to, you won't be able to code, because every time you start writing, you're going to end up making mistakes, and then you're just going to give up. So at least by doing this, you're familiar with the ins and outs of the language, of the syntax. And then when you get to writing the code, when you get to writing doing a project, you won't give up as easily, because you'll know, you'll already have experienced the errors, and you'll be familiar with everything. It'll just be a little bit easier for you. So yeah, so this is joining each of these items in the list using this hash mark. Okay, you could join with a dot if you want to, and it would just put a dot in between the words. Okay, so that's the join string method. Okay, let's try the next one. So just just returns a left justified version of the string. Lower converts a string to lowercase. Strip returns a left trim version of the string. Make trans returns a translation table to be used in translations. Returns a translation table to be used in translations. I'm curious what that does, how that works. Okay, hello Sam. My table. TXT, so you're taking the string and then you're calling make trans. SP. Let's see what it results in. Okay. So you're basically changing, it's like you're substituting the S for the P. Print. Okay. Cool. Let's move on to the next one. We were here. Partition returns a tuple where the string is parted into 3 parts. Partition. Okay, so search the word for, so here it says search the word for bananas. Here we specified the word bananas, and return a tuple with 3 elements. Everything before the match, and everything after the match. Oh, okay, cool. So it's like you're going to split the string into 3 parts doing this. Nice. So press run, and you should end up with a tuple. So you could press here, whoops. You could press here, type here print type X, and it should give you a tuple, type tuple, okay? And we could change this to eat, right? And then it would give us 3 parts, right? I could, and then eat, and then bananas all day. Let's run that. Okay, I could eat and then bananas all day. A tuple. Cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Where were we here? Okay, replace returns a string where the specified value is replaced with a specified value. Okay, we did this one, I think, in another video, so we'll skip that, and it's pretty obvious, right? Rfind searches the string for a specified value and returns the last position of where it was found. Okay, let's just quickly see that one. Mi casa, su casa. So where in the text is the last occurrence of the string casa? Let's see. So 12th. There's 2 casas here though. So which casa are they talking about? What if we change this to mi hombre? Let's see what happens. $14. It's saying so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this is 14. Okay. So let's read what it says here. Where in the text is the last occurrence of the string casa? Okay, the last. That's why they used the same word here, because the last occurrence is this one, right? Not the first one. Okay, so So you're familiar with this Rfind, okay? The last occurrence of the string inside of another string. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. We're almost done here, okay? I'll just quickly go over these. So Rindex searches the string for a specified value and returns the last position where it was found. Okay. Looks very similar to the other one. Searches a string for a specified value and returns the last position of where it was found. It is the same, pretty much. I think it's the same function. Yeah, it looks like the same function. Yeah, it is the same function. Rindex and Rindex and Rfind. Okay. Rjust returns the right justified version of the string. Rpartition returns a tuple where the string is parted into 3 parts. Okay, we did that one already. Rsplit splits the string at the specified separator and returns a list. Okay, let's just quickly take a look at that one. So yeah, it's gonna take the string like this and then turn it into a list at the specifier comma. It should return a list. Yeah. Okay, so it gave us back a list here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So where were we here? Partition. Rsplit splits the string at the specified. Okay, we just did that one. Rstrip. Oh, this a lot of these look the same, right? Split and Rsplit splits the string at the specified separator, returns a list. Splits the string at the specified separator, returns a list. Split and Rsplit look the same. Rstrip returns a right trim version of the string. Okay. I think that's where you're going to strip out the white spaces from the right. Yeah. Yeah, so here txt, so strip out rstrip of all fruits x is my favorite. Okay, so it stripped out the white space here. You notice how there's no white space here anymore, but it left it on the left. So that's what rstrip does. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Splits the string at the specified separated, returns a list. We did that already. Split lines splits the string at breaks and returns a list. Okay, so that one, it's if you have like here, right? Like this creates 2 lines, and then it's gonna split the line. Right, returns a list. So here, right? New line. You could probably also accomplish the same thing by going like that. And then if you run that, yeah, see? And then it even puts an extra space in the middle. Okay, see that? 2 splits the string into 2 separate strings and puts them into a list. Cool. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Starts with returns true if the string starts with a specified value. Strip returns its trimmed version of the string. Swap case. Let me just see this. Strip is probably strips out the white spaces. Yeah. Let's just quickly see here. Yeah, see the white spaces are removed, right? Here we have banana with white space on each side. Then it's removing the white spaces, right? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Swap case. Swaps cases. Lowercase becomes uppercase and vice versa. Okay. Convert title. Converts the first character of each word to uppercase. Okay, cool. Translate. Returns a translated string. Let's see that one. So use a dictionary with ASCII codes to replace 83S with 80P. Okay, so let's just take a look. So you have this dict, and this corresponds to that. This is an ASCII code which corresponds to this ASCII code. So 83S is corresponding to 80P. And then you're using this translate. It's kind of misleading. It's not translating from one language to another. It's just translating from one ASCII code to another ASCII code. And then you're passing it a dict of ASCII codes, okay, with a translation of each. You're probably never going to use this, but at least you're aware of it. Let's move on to the next one. Upper converts a string to uppercase. Okay, we did that already. Zfill fills the string with a specified number of 0 values at the beginning. Let's see this one. So fill the string with the zeros until it is 10 characters long. So we have a string here, 50. TXT Zfill with 10 zeros. Let's take a look. Okay. So it just basically kind of appends a bunch of zeros before the string. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, so in total you should have 10 values, 10 positions in this. I guess this is a string, right? Let me just see what this is. It's not a number. It's print type. Yeah, so string. So it basically returns the string, and it fills the empty spaces with zeros. Okay, and this specifies the number of positions in the string, or the length of the string. Okay, so that covers all these different built-in string methods, which are useful for working with strings. And yeah, this was a long one, but thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be about, what will it be about? It will be about, oh, actually we're done with strings. Okay, so I suggest if you want to play around with this, go to the string exercises and you can test yourself. Okay, so once again, thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next lesson, which will be about Booleans. Okay. Have a great day.